Welcome back to the channel, NBA family. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because this story is bigger than most people realize. All right, listen to this because we've got a lot to unpack today, and trust me, this is one of those stories that's way bigger than people realize. Hold up, this might be a long discussion, but there's a ton of information here that's absolutely worth breaking down because it could have major implications moving forward. As all of you know, NBA free agency is officially heating up, and the entire league is starting to shift in real time. Giannis was obviously the biggest domino to fall after making the move to join the Miami Heat. He reportedly arrived there alongside Bobby Portis as well, which immediately changed the balance of power in the Eastern Conference. Man, what makes this even crazier is that just yesterday I honestly thought Giannis was somehow ending up with the Boston Celtics instead. And because that didn't happen, it now means Jaylen Brown remains in Boston for the time being. Even with that, a lot of people still believe he eventually wants out because he may want a franchise that he can fully call his own. But while everybody has been focused on Boston, another team we've been quietly monitoring this entire time is the Los Angeles Lakers. And of course, you still have a portion of LeBron's fan base pushing the idea that the Lakers should hand him a massive max contract extension. Meanwhile, more level-headed fans are looking at the situation and saying there's no way giving a player at this stage of his career a max deal would make any sense. But anyway, I came across a report from Fadeaway World this afternoon that immediately grabbed my attention because this could actually be huge news. Listen to this. The headline says the Lakers now have the most projected cap space in the entire NBA for the 2026 offseason. That is a massive development if you're thinking about future superstar moves. The report explains that the Los Angeles Lakers suddenly find themselves in a position almost nobody expected before the season began, following a blockbuster three-team trade that sent Julius Randle from Minnesota to the Brooklyn Nets and Nice Claxton to the Chicago Bulls. Everything changed financially around the league. Because of those moves, the Lakers now own the most available cap space heading into the 2026 NBA offseason. Before the trade happened, the projected cap space rankings looked completely different. The Chicago Bulls were leading the NBA with roughly $54 million available, followed by the Lakers with $52.7 million. And Brooklyn sitting at $47 million. But now the entire landscape has shifted in a dramatic way. The Lakers remain at $52.7 million, while Brooklyn's available space has reportedly dropped to around $36 million after taking on Julius Randle's $33 million salary. Now, because of all of that, the Lakers officially sit alone at the top of the NBA's projected cap space rankings, according to Keith Smith, ahead of Brooklyn and Chicago. Listen to this, the importance of that goes way beyond simply being the team with the most available money. For weeks, both the Nets and Bulls were viewed as legitimate obstacles to the Lakers' offseason plans, especially when it came to Austin Reeves, because everyone remembers Brooklyn was heavily interested in him. The Nets had consistently been connected to a massive offer sheet for Reeves that could have reached a 4-year, $178 million contract. Chicago was also considered a dangerous team because they had enough financial flexibility to put pressure on Los Angeles. But now both organizations appear to have significantly reduced their ability to aggressively chase elite free agents. Man, that is a huge win for the Lakers. Reeves is coming off arguably the best season of his career, and keeping him has always been one of the franchise's biggest priorities, so the timing of this cap shift couldn't be more perfect. The Lakers are also entering what could be one of the most important off-seasons in recent franchise history. Luka Doncic has reportedly made it clear that he wants meaningful upgrades to the roster, especially at the center position. The front office understands that there's real urgency surrounding this situation. Los Angeles has already been linked to several big men, including Jalen Duren, Walker Kessler, Daniel Gafford, and a few other names. While Duren and Kessler remain very attractive targets, both restricted free agents will be extremely difficult to acquire. Because of that reality, the Lakers have started expanding their search toward younger and more affordable players who can fit alongside Doncic for years to come. Hold up. This is where things get even more interesting because ESPN's Ramona Shelburne recently reported that the Lakers are prioritizing young players with upside instead of simply chasing the biggest available stars. That strategy becomes a whole lot easier when you have more financial flexibility than every other team in the league. The Lakers also have several massive decisions still hanging over the organization. LeBron James' future continues to be one of the biggest storylines. Rui Hachimura's situation still needs to be addressed, and both Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton have important decisions to make about their own futures as well. At the end of the day, building a complete championship-caliber roster around Luka Doncic remains the ultimate objective. Having the league's best cap situation simply gives Rob Pelinka and the front office more weapons to accomplish that mission. Okay, now I want to quickly focus on the Brooklyn Nets angle, because this is actually a bigger deal than people realize. If Brooklyn is no longer in a position to throw a massive contract at Austin Reeves, that immediately removes a lot of his negotiating leverage with the Lakers. That means Los Angeles can now turn around and say, look, we're willing to pay you. But you don't exactly have those giant competing offers waiting for you anymore. And because of that, the Lakers may not have to reach those massive numbers that everyone originally expected for Austin Reeves. Listen to this. That's actually a huge advantage for Los Angeles when it comes to negotiating his next contract. So they definitely have that working in their favor right now. But hold up, if you ask some LeBron fans, they would probably tell you to hand every single dollar of that cap space directly to LeBron himself. Man, just imagine how crazy that would be if those people were actually making decisions for the franchise. But anyway, when we're talking about building a championship roster, the Lakers have much bigger priorities to address. They need to get younger. They need more athleticism on the wings. They need to improve their defense. And they absolutely need a legitimate center. Looking at some of the current pieces, I don't even know if certain players should still be part of the long-term plans, depending on their contract situations. If we're talking about DeAndre Ayton personally, I would either let him walk or find another solution, because I don't think he can be the answer moving forward. Rui Hachimura is a solid player, but I don't believe he provides the dynamic perimeter impact this team desperately needs. Marcus Smart, on the other hand, is somebody I would absolutely keep around and figure out exactly where he fits within the offense. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, you need players with that mentality on your team. You need somebody who's willing to do the dirty work every single night without worrying about personal stats. That's why this cap flexibility is such a massive opportunity for the Lakers. And honestly, there should be zero excuses for them not to land two high-level players this offseason. They should absolutely be capable of doing that. Now, if LeBron fans were running the franchise, they might have a completely different plan. But this is just my perspective on the entire situation. The Lakers finally have some room to maneuver, and they actually have valuable assets to work with. Now we simply have to wait and see what moves they ultimately decide to make this offseason. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this could shape the next era of Lakers basketball. Oh, and before I wrap this up, let me throw one more idea out there. If I'm the Lakers, I would not be against making a move for a player like Jaylen Brown at all. Man, a two-way superstar like that changes everything. If you could somehow move Austin Reeves in a deal to acquire Jaylen Brown, now we're talking about something serious. Then you add a legitimate big man alongside that core, and suddenly this team becomes very dangerous. Because now you're talking about adding a player who can score at an elite level, defend multiple positions, and completely transform both sides of the floor. You're talking about a player who can knock down big shots in pressure moments, and someone you could potentially pair next to Luka Doncic. Now, I don't know exactly how their styles would mesh together on the floor, but there's no question he would be a clear upgrade over Austin Reeves. Man, if the Lakers somehow landed a player like that, everything changes overnight. I know their bigger plan has been centered around the 2027 offseason, but with Giannis officially off the board, the conversation starts to shift. When I think about the remaining superstar names, maybe Nikola Jokic comes to mind. But if Jaylen Brown somehow becomes available, that would absolutely get my attention. Especially considering many people already believed he could eventually be moved anyway. Hold up, I would not be against that move whatsoever. Seriously, I wouldn't be against that idea at all. It's just a thought that randomly crossed my mind, and I wanted to throw it out there for everybody to consider. I also think a player like Kawhi Leonard could still be part of future discussions, depending on how things unfold. But the bigger point here is that the Lakers actually have room to make some meaningful moves. You know what I mean? They finally have some flexibility to work with. Now it simply comes down to how smart this front office is going to be moving forward. Are they going to make emotional decisions, or are they going to avoid mistakes like handing a 40-year-old player a max contract? If they stay disciplined, make level-headed decisions, and operate like a serious NBA front office, then I truly believe the Lakers can pull something big off here. I genuinely believe that opportunity is sitting right in front of them. There are still plenty of pieces available around the league. We don't know what's going to happen with Kawhi Leonard yet, and we still don't know what the future holds for Jaylen Brown either. That means there's still some wiggle room to make aggressive moves. You could sign another impactful player and completely reshape the roster if the right opportunity presents itself. Now, I don't know if Boston would entertain certain deals, but the Lakers at least have options on the table. Listen to this. That's the biggest difference now, because they finally have enough flexibility to make something happen. But one thing we know for sure is that they must get younger. They must become more athletic, and they absolutely have to improve defensively. That should be the blueprint that guides every decision they make from this point forward, because there are players available who can help accomplish exactly that. Just something to think about, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments.